Hey friends, it's Jessie. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another Empties video. I know it's been a hot second since I've updated you guys on my progress on my different projects, but trust me, I've been saving up quite a bit of empties in this basket here. This is my little empty basket. Whenever I finish a product, I throw it in the basket and then I do a wrap up once or twice a year just talking about some of the products that I've used up. This is our biggest empties video yet. We have a whopping total of $574.66 worth of empties. So let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and just jump right in. All right, my friends, this is the giant basket of empty products that are falling out on my floor. I just want to specify that the amount, the $574, that is the retail value of these products. Some of these products I did receive in PR, some I did use a pro discount on, some of them I've had for a long time. So even though I might not have spent $574, that is the retail value, and that's just how I keep track of how much product I'm using up is the retail value of these. So let's just go ahead and start. Let's switch it up. I can't remember what we started with last time. Let's do some hair care. I just want to start off with my Mizani Cocoa Dew. This is literally my holy grail product. I actually think I have two of these in here. I've been on a little curly girl journey for the past 6 months to a year, and the Mizani line in particular has been a holy grail for me. I use these products religiously. That is why there are two in here. I use this as a pre-styling spray. So when I do my curls, I usually do the pre-styling spray and then I'll do some mousse and then a gel and kind of scrunch it up and diffuse it. So I go through this stuff like it's water, literally. So this is the Cocoa Dew spray, and last time I don't think I shared the prices, but this time I think I'm going to. So let me find this on here. The Mizani Cocoa Dew, these retail for $25 each. So this is $50 worth of Cocoa Dew spray that I have finished up since my last empties video. And I'm pretty sure I had one of these in my last empties video as well. Moving along, we have my Olaplex number 4 shampoo. This is just the regular bond maintenance shampoo. This one retails for $28. It is really good for repairing the hair. I used to be a solid blonde. If you watch some of my videos from last year, even the year before, you'll know that I have been no stranger to coloring my hair, and I did use and still use the Olaplex line to kind of repair some of those bonds in my hair. I don't use it as religiously as I used to because I feel like I've gotten my hair back to a healthier point. Sorry about the Bruce noises. I swear on my life he was sleeping until literally 2 minutes ago, and now he's rolling on the floor. There's Bruce. Bruce, what are your thoughts on Olaplex? I do feel like the shampoo did what it was intended to, which was to help repair some of the damaged bonds in my hair. I don't think I would repurchase this. It's not a holy grail like the Cocoa Dew is, for example. I did enjoy it. I do have the Olaplex number 4, the purple shampoo, and also the clarifying shampoo in my shower currently, but those are not products that I use all the time. The purple shampoo I use maybe once or twice a month, and the clarifying shampoo I use once in a blue moon just to strip some of the product out of my hair. So the number 4 in general, it was a good one. Not sure I'm going to repurchase it, but like I said, this one did retail for $28. Up next, we have more curly girl products. We have the Amika Curl Core Defining Cream and the Enhancing Gel. These are some of my OG curl routine products that I used when I was first starting my curly routine, and I did enjoy them. The Defining Cream I definitely think is my favorite out of the two. I felt that really enhanced my curl pattern. The gel was also pretty nice, but I don't think I would repurchase this one just because I am using the Mizani oil-based gel right now, and I feel like it's a lot lighter weight. Not that this Amika gel gets crunchy, but the Mizani oil gel does not get crunchy whatsoever, and I just really like how that one makes my hair feel. It's the perfect amount of hold as well as the perfect amount of curl enhancement. So we have these two Amika products. Both of these also retail for $28. This is the update of shampoos. I only wash my hair once a week, but for some reason I have finished up so many hair products in this update. Up next, we have another shampoo. This is the Matrix Unbreak My Blonde. I actually got this thinking I would sell it in retail at my salon, but I ended up just keeping it for myself and using it. It's supposed to be kind of like a citric acid pH balancing type shampoo, so it's supposed to kind of help repair the hair, specifically like chemically lifted blondes by balancing out the pH is what I've gathered from it. I did enjoy it. I didn't feel like it really made my hair feel one way or the other, so I don't think I would repurchase this again. but I did enjoy using it. I also really liked the scent. It smelled very fresh. It wasn't very chemically smelling, and this one retailed for $22. Let's go ahead and talk about some makeup products. So up first, I have the Rem Beauty. This is the lengthening mascara. I actually tried this in a video a couple years ago where I tried a whole full face of Rem Beauty, and I did really enjoy it. I still like this mascara. I just felt like this, even though it has a little bit left in it, it definitely went bad. I put it on my lashes, and then my entire eyelid where I had put it on swelled up. Like, it was so bad. It was itchy, it was red. So I just decided it was time for me to toss this. I know that there are lifespans on products for a reason. I think mascara is like 6 months tops. I personally believe that as long as it's not irritating my skin, I will continue to use a product. And even though there was still a little, I will say I was almost done with this in my defense. I was trying to finish this up, but the last time I used it, it just made my eye so itchy, so uncomfortable. I couldn't wear makeup for like a week after I used this mascara because I think it either infected my eye or irritated my eye in some capacity. So I just decided, you know what, we're just going to call this an empty because we were so close to it being empty anyway. This one retailed for $15, and I honestly would repurchase this one again, maybe if I had Ulta points or it was on sale. I right now have been working through my Essence Lash Princess mascara, and it's really hard to beat a $4 mascara, especially when it's like literally one of the best mascaras on the market. There is a lengthening and also a volumizing version of this mascara, and I would be open to trying the volumizing or repurchasing the lengthening. Is it really an empties video if I don't share an eyeshadow empty? We are talking about my ABH Sultry palette, literally one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes in the world, especially some of these shades. Twig will forever be one of my favorite eyeshadows. I have completely finished up the shade up at the top. It was a matte off-white. It's called Fresh, and I believe it comes out to $3.21 is the retail value of this individual shade. I just took the overall cost of the palette divided by the number of shades, and that is how much it was, $3.21. It was a really easy shade for me to finish. I was using it as just a lid setting shade, sometimes like a brow bone highlight, inner corner highlight. It is really, really easy for me to work through those matte creams, matte whites, matte off-whites, just because I do use them every single day to set my eyeshadow, primer, concealer, whatever it is that I'm doing underneath my eyeshadow. And I also use them to blend out shades as well. If I feel like I oversaturated a shade on my eye, I can use those types of shades to blend and buff things out so it is not just solid on my eyeball. So I did finish an eyeshadow. I believe last video, empties video, I had one empty eyeshadow as well. So keeping with that trend, and I'm pretty close to finishing some more eyeshadows. So of course there's gonna be some more empty eyeshadows in my next empties video. I have lots and lots of brow products in here, lots of brows. First up from Benefit, we have the Precisely My Brow. This is in shade 3, and the Precisely My Brow pencil, also in the shade 3, but the mini version. The full size version is $25, and the mini, it looks like I'm trying to find it on my sheet, is $15. So 25 and 15, so that's what, $40 total in brow products right here. This is definitely one of my favorite brow pencils. I love the shape of the pencil itself. It's so easy to hold. I feel like sometimes those super sleek mini cylinders can be a little tough to hold, but this has a little bit of a grippy. Even the mini has a little grippy part. I like the packaging. The packaging is super cute. It's easy for me to find, and I do like the shade 3 on myself. I think my favorites on myself from the Benefit line are the shades 3 and 3.5. I enjoy these thoroughly. My only qualm with this is that I feel like this brow pencil is very soft compared to other brow pencils, and so I feel like it breaks really easily. It's very fragile. So for that reason, I try not to buy these unless they are on sale or I do have points or there's like a gift with purchase promotion. I don't usually pick these up unless there's some sort of promotion or kind of benefit to me getting these. So I will probably end up picking these up in the future, but not in the foreseeable future. I usually wait until there's some sort of deal for me to really get a bang for my buck on these. The mini, I believe, was a gift with purchase, so I don't even think I paid for this one. These are a great one. Highly recommend. I also have 2 of the ABH Brow Wiz brow pencils. These are, again, a staple. I go through these all the time. I always have an ABH Brow Wiz in my drawers. I have 2 shades today, Chocolate and Taupe. These are 2 different shades that I've been enjoying. When I was definitely more of a solid blonde, I tried to do the taupe brows to kind of match the blonde. Right now, because I'm embracing more of my brunette roots, I've been going more with the chocolate because that happens to match my hair color a little better. So chocolate and taupe are the two shades that I've used up. These both retail for $25 each. And the last brow item I have is my NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Ash Brown. I can't remember why I chose Ash Brown. I think I was looking for kind of like a dupe of the shade Chocolate, and the NYX pencils are significantly cheaper than the ABH Brow Wiz. So the NYX Micro Brow Pencil I have on my sheet is $11. So this is honestly what I'm probably going to end up repurchasing. The Brow Wiz pencils, I feel like they do the like twice a year, the beauty steals at Ulta, and the Brow Wiz pencils happen to like always be a beauty steal. So I usually get two because it's like 50% off and you can get two for the price of one. But the NYX brow pencil is what I usually get if I am out of a brow pencil and I need a brow pencil, but I don't want to spend the $25 on like the ABH one. So I usually go for like the NYX or maybe the e.l.f. version. The NYX is what I've been reaching for the past year, so I will most likely end up repurchasing this next time I make an Ulta run. I have a makeup primer. This is the Benefit, the Professional Hydrating Primer. This is the travel size of their Hydrating Professional Primer. I do have a priming product. This is the Benefit Professional Hydrating Mini / Travel Size Primer. This retails for $14. I did enjoy this a lot. I think the Professional is a pretty good primer. I do feel like I have to really detox my skin after I use it though, because it kind of like sinks into the skin and I really feel like I have to scrub to get it out. But I do enjoy this primer in general. I do like the hydrating one, but I think I preferred the original just a little bit more. My skin is very dry and I do live in a very dry mountainous climate, so anything to hydrate my skin a little extra is super good. But I feel like especially in the past couple of years, I've started just really focusing on skin prep and primer. I don't really care what my primer is. I might have like an extra grippy primer if I know I'm going to want to wear my makeup for a long time. But for the most part, I just pick just any old primer, slap that on. I do remember using this a lot to travel with, which is how I used it up. I did a lot of just traveling back to see my family and stuff, and this is the primer that I brought because it was so small. I don't feel like I will end up repurchasing this in the future. If it is a gift with purchase though, I may be enticed to purchase product to get this. The thing is I love Benefit products, but I feel like I don't like to go out of my way to buy them. I feel like they always have these really good gift with purchase deals, or even just like sales in general on Ulta's site. So I'll probably wait and see if there's like a good deal that I can't pass up. And if there is, then I might consider repurchasing this as a full size. But right now, I'm okay. I'm working through some primers. I'm not in the market for a new primer at the moment. The next product that I have is my MAC Brushstroke Eyeliner. This is my liquid eyeliner pen. This is the shade Brushstroke Black. This is my holy grail eyeliner. I've talked about this in so many videos. Literally, if you go through the description boxes of any of my videos where I'm wearing a winged eyeliner, I can almost guarantee you it is this one. This is my favorite eyeliner in the entire world. I have purchased this time and time again. I'm pretty sure this is like my 5th or 6th one. This one retails for $23. This is a definite repurchase for me. I will, of course, be repurchasing this one because I cannot live without it. I've been using a different eyeliner for the past couple weeks, and while I like it, I don't love it as much as this. Nothing beats this one in my eyes. I've yet to find an eyeliner pen that I like more than this, and I wear winged eyeliner every single day. I've worn winged eyeliner every single day of my life for the past 5 or 6 years, and this is always a favorite. So of course I will be repurchasing this one. And the last makeup product I have is actually a lippy liner from Rare Beauty. This is the shade Worthy. It's just this really nice natural pink shade. I did get the matching lipstick and lip liner, and the lip liner is actually a surprise. I thought there was going to be more product in it. I felt like I went through it very quick. It is, if I can pull it up, one of those twist up ones. So it's not one you sharpen, it's a twist up one. And there is none left in here. It makes me kind of sad. I do love the packaging of this. I feel like the packaging is very sleek. I like the silver top, the very clean pencil part. This one retails for $15. I would actually consider repurchasing this one, this specific shade, and possibly other shades, but I do feel like there wasn't as much product in it as other lip liners, and that does make me kind of sad. I do feel like $15 is not an insane amount for a lip liner, so for that reason I would definitely consider picking them up again. But I also feel like there are other lip liners that have more product for the same price, more like drugstore brands. So I am a little torn on what I would do with this. I feel like if maybe I had a gift card to Sephora, I would definitely pick this one up again. Or if they were doing like a gift with purchase. I don't know. It's always like the gift with purchase. Does that get me? Because it's like you buy one thing and then they give you like all the little things. I definitely would consider purchasing this one. I don't have any plans right now to go out of my way to buy it. But if I happen to be at Sephora and I felt in a silly, goofy mood, I wouldn't be mad about putting another one in my basket. In today's video, we also have a fragrance. This is the Marc Jacobs Daisy Dream. This is just the travel spray. It's not the roller ball. It's just the little spray. This retails for $35 and I actually really enjoyed this. I spent the longest time trying to finish this up because I do have quite a bit of fragrance. I feel like I somehow accumulated a bunch of fragrances over the years and I only wear like my Billie Eilish perfume. Like that's the only one I wear. So I've been trying to make an effort to finish up some of my other ones and this was one that I finished up. I did like this for the travel part of it. I do like having at least one small perfume. So when I do visit family or I do go out of town, that I don't have to take a giant perfume bottle with me. I would consider purchasing this one again, but like I said, because I am trying to finish up several fragrances, I'm not planning on bringing any fragrances into my home anytime soon, but I did enjoy this. Would definitely consider purchasing this one again. We do have a couple of body care items and then the rest is skincare. So we'll start with the body care. I do have 2 Bath & Body Works, what is this? Shower gels. You can see the hard water all up on these. I'm so sorry, they look so gross. So first up we have At the Beach. This is one of my all-time favorite scents from Bath & Body Works. I have the lotion, I have the body spray, I have the sugar scrub, like all of the things. I did like both of these scents. This one I bought because I had a friend staying with me and this was her favorite scent, so I wanted to make sure she had a scent that she liked in the shower, and I ended up kind of stealing it, and then this one is one that I've had in my collection. I think this might be my second one that I've gone through. Right now I'm not using any Bath & Body Works shower gel. I am using, I believe it's Method Beauty's body wash. It was sent to me in PR and I'm just using like their cucumber scent and I actually really like that. And I think once I'm out of that, I'll end up repurchasing that one because it is cheaper than these are. And I feel like the scent is just a little bit less artificial, a little bit more natural smelling. So as much as I love these, I would definitely consider repurchasing the At the Beach, but I'm also not in a rush because I am working on some other products. And the entire point of this Empties video is for me to share my stuff that I'm finishing up because I'm trying not to hoard so much in my house and in my life. But these were both good scents. I don't have anything negative to say about either of them. I will say with the Bath & Body Works shower gels, especially when it's drier and colder out, I feel like I have to moisturize a little bit more. I think just the alcohol content in these, just because of the scent, tends to dry out my skin a little bit. So these are good in the summer, but I feel like for the winter, I like something a little bit more creamy, a little bit more hydrating. The last bath product I have is the Jeffree Star Skin and Body Scrub. This is from the Banana Fetish collection a couple years ago. This looks disgusting. The packaging looks awful because it was in my shower and the hard water in Utah is actually disgusting. But this is what it looks like. It's I love the packaging itself. The component I feel like is very heavy duty. This was a sugar scrub. It was scented like bananas. I actually really enjoyed this. I honestly would repurchase Jeffree Skin stuff. I enjoyed it a lot. The only reason I haven't is because it is expensive. This retailed for $34 and that's a lot. I'm gonna just be honest, that's a lot for a body scrub. Was it a really good body scrub? Honestly, probably one of the best body scrubs I've ever used in my life, but I just do not have the finances to just regularly purchase a $34 body scrub all the time. I think I bought this as a collection, like when the Banana Fetish collection came out. He does like different bundles you can do where it'll have like the palette, maybe a couple lip products, and like this one had some skincare products in it. So I think I bought it as part of a bundle. And for that reason, I don't think it was $34. I think it was kind of discounted because it was that bundle price. If there was a sale on this, I would 100% buy this again. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. Made my skin feel very exfoliated. I liked the scent. I felt like there was a lot of product in here. It lasted me a long time. And of course, the packaging itself is just very heavy duty. Like, it does not feel cheap. So it was a very luxurious shower experience for me. Would recommend. And now we are down to these skincare items that are falling all over my basket. So we'll start with my micellar water. This is the Garnier micellar cleansing water. This is what I use to take off my makeup every day. It is the best. This one retails for, I'm trying to read without my glasses on, it's not working. Micellar water, $9. This retails for $9. It is 13.5 ounces. I have tried just about every single scent on the market of the Garnier micellar water, and I continue to love every single one. So I would repurchase this. In fact, I'm already halfway through another bottle. It's a different scent, but halfway through another bottle. This one will always be purchased in my book. Another holy grail is the Peter Thomas Roth Cloud Cream. Y'all have already heard from me how much this moisturizer means to me. It is my favorite moisturizer in the entire world. It is also the most expensive skincare item I own. I have repurchased this for years religiously. This is $54. Me and my husband both use this, so I regularly purchase this, and there's always a backup one in my house somewhere. I enjoy this so much. It is so lightweight. It really penetrates the skin. I feel like it's supposed to repair the skin barrier to an extent, and I do feel like it does penetrate really deep, and even though it is super lightweight, it doesn't make me feel like my skin is dry. It just sucks right into my skin and makes my skin feel plump and hydrated. I will continue to repurchase this till the day I die. No questions asked. Pimple patches. This is one that I don't think I've ever shared in an Empties video. These are the Course X pimple patches. It comes in a pack of 90 patches, which is probably why I've never shared, because I'm not usually acne prone, but every once in a while I will get like a breakout on my forehead. Like I have one there today, one there today. But this is 90 patches. It retails for $19. They came in different sizes. So there's big ones, little ones, and it's really easy. You just pop it on the pimple and it kind of sucks out the gross pimple juice and leaves your skin feeling clean. So I love these. I will always recommend these. I think they're great. I've tried lots of pimple patches in my time. I've gotten several in PR. This one is one that I did purchase myself, and I think I would buy this brand again. I did enjoy it. I did like the variety in sizes that were available. I also liked the adhesive on them. I felt like they sticked really well. And yeah, they were pretty good. I don't really know what else to say about pimple patches, but I would rate this positively, so take that as you will. I did finish up another bottle of my toner. This is the Ordinary Glycolic Acid Toner. This one I believe I have used up before, and I'm currently working on this same exact one in my skincare regimen right now. So going through this one again, this one only retailed for $13. So not too expensive. I think I got this from Sephora. It's a good toner. I think a toner is a toner, but I enjoyed it. I think it's a great option. Up next, I have some products from Your Skincare. I have reviewed several Your Skincare products on my channel over the years. These are from my original skincare review video that I did, I think 2 years ago. They do this thing where you kind of take a skin quiz and you answer a bunch of questions about skin concerns, things that you want to change in your skincare routine, what you're doing in your skincare routine, and they come up, I just flung the cap off of that. But they come up with a customized skincare routine just for you. And these were two products that I had gotten in mine. This was the cleanser and this was the day or morning cream. I really enjoyed both of these. I especially enjoyed the morning cream. It had SPF in it and I really love that SPF smell. I don't know, there's something about sunscreen smell that I love it. But together, the two of these retail for $50. It did come in a set of 4 or 5 products. And then I also had a sample of a face mask that also came in here. So this one, I don't think I included a price because it was a sample with these, but all 3 of these came together and I did enjoy them. I do have a couple Your Skincare products still in my regimen, and I did recently review, I think back in the fall of this past year, some more of their skincare and makeup products. So I will link that video in the description if you're interested in checking out some of their stuff. And last but not least, I have my mini Drunk Elephant cleanser. This is the Bestie number 9 jelly cleanser. I liked this one. It, I think, is like vitamin C concentrated, cantaloupe glycerin. I can't remember what's in it. I got this as like a little birthday gift from Sephora, but this does retail for $10. I did like it. I would consider buying a full size, but I just have been fortunate enough to not have to buy my own skincare for the past couple years. And so I just use what is sent to me. But this is a nice one. Definitely would recommend if you have dry or sensitive skin. I felt like this was very gentle on the skin and definitely left my skin feeling glowy and healthy. And that is it, my friends. That is another year's worth of Empties wrapped up for you. As always, if you have used up anything you loved, let me know. And I will link any corresponding review videos down in the description box below if there's any products that you are a little bit more interested in. And with that, I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye, friends.